boys and girls, it's time to have another art class. We haven't had one in a very, very long time, but from now on, every week on Mondays, I'm going to have together for you an art class. And I'm going to try to do a lot of things like we did them the last few years, but I'm not going to be with you except on the internet. So you can look on our website and you can look on Facebook and you can find our videos. Today is the first day of August art class, so you always get to have an art bag, don't you? And we're doing them this way this year. This one is a little unicorn. Of course, you get to pick what you want. There are all kinds of different pictures, and it has a little castle. Now, I want to tell you something. When you paint on this cloth or when you paint on a canvas, okay, this is also for today. When you paint on a cloth or a canvas, always use the paint that's in your basket. You're going to get a little basket of different colors of acrylic paint. This acrylic paint is for your bag and for every canvas and canvas board that you get, okay, to paint this month. So you're also getting all of these supplies over here, and I want you to do me a favor. Keep this, take care of it. When you use it, put your top back on. Keep it really nice and neat in this basket because you're going to be using it the whole month. Now, these are watercolors. They're washable watercolors, and if you don't have a color over here that you need, you can use these, but mainly use acrylic, okay? Same thing with our pictures. If there's a color you want to use that's not over here, like I did not put black and brown in here because we don't need it very much, and it can be really messy if you use too much brown or too much black. So what you do have also are your markers. So if you need a little part on something black or brown, you can also use the little markers, okay? Now, you also have some colored pencils. When you start drawing your pictures, Miss Terry really likes to use the colored pencils on things like this. This is cool. You're going to have a little sharpener inside your basket in case you need to sharpen your pencil that's going to be in there and you want to draw with your pencil. Remember, sometimes we draw with a pencil and then we trace it with the black marker, okay? So we've got a lot going on. You have a glue stick and a thing of Elmer's glue. We don't need that today's art class, but you will need it other art classes. And some crayons for when you draw and color. And trace, when you color neatly with crayons and you don't leave scribbly white spaces, they can be really, really neat and cool. Now, I want to get started first with our bag, okay? I'm not going to do this whole bag with you, but I want to give you a few pointers. And tell Mom to look for your letter first. Be sure you read this. It's all about art classes. It's about our phone number, and it's about how to paint. And next, it tells you how to paint your butterfly or your dinosaur. One of these will be in your bag to paint, okay? So, it has lots of good directions, and you might want to keep this somewhere safe so you can read it. So, when we're painting, in your basket and in your watercolors, you have paintbrushes, okay? Now, when you're going to need a big color, a big space, like if you want to paint your unicorn white, if you want that white in there, you can use your big brush, okay? When you have something small to paint, like her little stripes on here, okay, you use your small brush, okay? When you have tiny places like the little hearts and stuff, use your small brush. Now, there's a couple of rules I always show you guys, okay? And this is one of them. Like, if you want to pick your first color, like if I want to paint these little hearts pink that are up on the little castle, what you're going to do, and I'm going to sit down here like this so I can get closer to it like I was sitting in a chair or something, but y'all can probably see I'm on my knees. I'm going to get the brush a little tiny bit wet. I'm going to barely stick it in here, okay? You only need a little bit of paint on your brush, okay guys? A little bit of paint, not a lot of paint, because you'll have big globs, okay? So we're gonna, in fact, I may have too much. If you have too much, just put it on the side of your cup. That's what that's good for. Okay, so I'm gonna paint my little heart pink, and I'm gonna spread that paint out, okay? I'm gonna spread it out. I'm gonna try not to get any more paint, because there's really a lot more in your brush than you think there is. Please try to stay inside the lines, okay? When you paint, and see there are no globs on it. No glumps and no globs, okay? Y'all see these little bitty tiny hearts? We're gonna have to be very careful and use a little bit. And sometimes I hold my brush, most of the time. You see how I'm doing? I'm spreading it out. But most of the time I hold my brush like I do a crayon or a pencil, okay? Sometimes I hold it up like this, but let me tell you something I never do. I never do like this, real hard, like you use a crayon, because you will bend your brush and you will ruin it before you get to use it, okay? So don't mash down on your brush and get your bristles all messed up, because then they're going to start falling out. It's not going to be any fun to use. But anyway, sometimes you need to put more paint on your brush, and sometimes you don't. Like, see, I've still got paint on my brush. But anyway, that's to color all the little hearts if you want to. Okay? Now, let's say we want to change colors. Okay? Let's change colors. Now, I want to show you, I did my hearts pink, okay? So, I think I want some of the unicorn's little hair on his neck to be pink. So, I'm going to keep the pink on my brush. So, everything you want to be pink, you could go ahead and paint it pink. So, I'm going to make him a little pink stripe, okay? And I'm staying inside the lines, and I'm spreading my paint out, okay? Just be real careful. You see how Miss Terry's painting? Then if you need more, just get a little bit more on the end. Remember what I said? You shouldn't have any paint up here on this gold part, okay? There should be no paint on the top of your brush at all. You don't stick your brush way down in this paint. And this paint's gonna last you all through the month of August and maybe even longer. Okay, and it's yours to keep. Your basket's yours to keep, and your paint is. But save this and keep it right back in this basket, okay? I want you to save it. And after you use pink, I want you to put the top back on. Be sure you hear it click, just like you do your glue sticks. And let's rinse our brush out real good. Now, this is what I do, and it's just a habit. But I just kind of squeeze my brush out. You see me do that? Okay, you don't really have to use a napkin if you just squeeze your brush out. Now, let's pick another color, because I think I'm going to use purple for a minute. Okay, I think I'm going to make a purple stripe. So, I rinsed it out. I got a little bit of paint on my brush, not too much, okay, because that's when you get those globs that you don't want. So, I'm going to make a purple stripe. And I'm just going to keep spreading out until I run out of paint, okay? I'm going to stay in the lines. You see how I'm not mashing the brush down real hard? And I'm trying my best to go slow enough. Don't go fast. Just take your time, okay? Just take your time. I'm going to have to make somebody a new bag, because I love this bag. I might finish this one and keep it for myself. I really need these bags too. I love to make new bags. So much fun. And it's fun if you want to go spend the night at your grandparents or your best friend's house, or if you're going somewhere on vacation like I do. I can put my beach towels in here. Of course, we can't go to the beach right now, can we? Because of coronavirus. We have to be careful so we don't ever get sick. And I want y'all to even be careful at school, okay? When you start school, be careful about that. I think I just want her to have all little purple hoofs. I'm just guessing what colors I want to use, and you can do the same. You can just kind of see what you would like to use for your colors. They don't have to be the same as mine. And like I said, I'm not going to paint all this. I'm just showing you how I use my paintbrush, okay? So barely put a little bit. Now guess what? I don't think I'm done with purple. There's something else I want to do. One more thing. Okay, I'm gonna paint a purple stripe on the tail. How about that? Because unicorns are very colorful. Now everybody doesn't have a unicorn, okay? There are lots of other pictures over there. I picked a lot of cute things out. I picked some brand new ones. They're not the same that we had last art class or last year or anything. I just think that art bags are good to have, and you can help Mama keep all your art things organized, because you're going to get brand new craft, brand new painting, brand new drawing, everything. You're going to get it again next Monday. Now, I'm done with purple. Okay, so I'm going to put the brush in the water. Don't leave your brush laying out, ever, ever, ever. Always wash it out like I'm doing, rinse the color out, and even when you put it up, kind of squeeze the top of your brush and put it back in your basket, okay? That's all I'm going to paint on this, because I have some other things to show you. Now, you can get your parents, or you can write your name really neat, like down in the corner or on the sidewalk. Don't write your name all over the whole picture, okay? Because we want your bag to be really, really pretty, okay? So, do a good job. Paint your whole bag. Don't stop like me, okay? Paint your whole bag and make it really, really pretty. And next week you won't get another bag, but your projects, your art activities will be in a different little library bag, okay?